Hey guys, and welcome to yet another very delayed pickups video. Now with 100% more ponytail. So let's just get on with what was a pretty crazy month game hunting. So on July 1st I got a couple of things from a couple of different thrift stores. At the first one I actually got some PSP stuff for free. Everything was like a mess, wrong UMDs and the wrong cases and stuff. So I just got these free cases and these free UMDs for free. So I got the case for 28 Days Later, which is a movie of course. The case and manual for SOCOM, US Navy SEALs Fire Team Bravo, and the case and manual for Burnout Legends. The UMDs I got, Saw, another movie, Tekken, Dark Resurrection, and Prince of Persia Revelations. At the next store I picked up Crash Mind Over Mutant for the PSP, and that was about 75 cents. At the next store I actually found something quite weird. 2 boxed Super Nintendo controllers. I really don't know if these are the real deal or not. It seems like there is different opinions on the interwebs, but about $4.50 for both of them. And at the next store I picked up a nice and complete big box copy of Civilization 2 for about $1.50, and that was for the PC of course, but you knew that. At the last store of the day I picked up a few random things. One of these Crash Bandicoot McDonald's LCD games. Another one of those Bullet shareware discs, volume 59 I believe, and a copy of V2000 on the PS1, without its manual sadly. And these 3 items were a little bit over $2. Then on July 2nd my new contact contacted me. Well, yeah, and he had some games for me. This is the same guy that got me the Scandinavian Fairchild Channel F last month. He just had a lot of random stuff laying around that he just wanted to give me. So I ain't gonna say no. I'm just gonna breeze through these things quite quickly. Shareware version of Commander Keen 4. Awesome, I love the Commander Keen series. Hugo, and I think it's on the Amiga. Haven't tested it out yet. Disc only Dragon Slayer for the PC. Disc only Sim Safari for the PC. Disc only Pot Joins the Parade for the PC. Jumpstart Kindergarten something for the PC. Disc only. Somewhat disc only copy of Grand Theft Auto on the PC. The PC Best Buy version. Disc only copy of Free Space 2 Colossus. A Windows 95 trial games disc. Hugo Classic 1, Hugo Classic 2, both on the PC. Microsoft Ancient Lands, some Hunchback of Notre Dame thing, still on the PC. A shareware version of a game called Dare to Dream. And a shareware version of a game called Invasion of the Mutant Space Bats of Doom. And there's actually floppy disks in here, also in this one. So those were very cool actually. Love old shareware games like that. He also gave me a USB to game port adapter, a big box version of F-29 Retaliator, once again with floppy disks. They aren't that floppy though. EA Classics big box version of Strike Commander, and a big box scenery pack for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Something about Great Britain Part 2. I don't know. As you know I love big box stuff, so this is awesome. So all of that was free, so that's fucking awesome, and thanks to him. But that wasn't the only time he gave me stuff that month, you'll see later. Then again on July 3rd I went to a lot of thrift stores, but I didn't really get anything that day. I got a PS2 demo disc for free at a thrift store, and at another thrift store I got another one of these Bullet ones, volume 24, also for free. And that was all I got on that day. On July 4th I went to a couple of flea markets, but I only picked up one game the entire day. It's no good on the PS1. If I pronounced that wrong, please tell me. Looks interesting enough. Paid about 90 cents for it. Then on July 6th I actually picked up something at a local market that happens here every Monday I think, during the summertime. Usually never find anything there. But this time I got myself an original Xbox. And it had like 3 controllers or so, 3 or 4. And of course a nice little stack of games. Battlefield 2, Modern Combat, Black, Colin McRae Rally 3, The Godfather, Halo, doesn't have his manual sadly, Halo 2, the limited collector's edition, the Steelbox one, also without his manual sadly, Hitman Blood Money, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Classics copy of Need for Speed Underground, no less than 2 copies of Need for Speed Underground 2, The Punisher, and Ghost Recon Island Thunder. So for all of that, including the system, about $30 or so. Pretty good deal. Then on July 12th, my contact had some more stuff for me. A nice stack of big box stuff. Big box goodness. First one I want to get out of the way, Blade Runner here. Sadly, no game disc in there. Everything else is in there, so have to be on the lookout for the actual game. Crisis in the Kremlin. I don't know. Something for Office 2000, I think. I don't know. Something about learning how to use the programs through interactive media. Yeah. EverQuest Deluxe Edition. Heavy as fuck. Very sun-faded KGB. Microsoft Dangerous Creatures. The box is quite beat up, but it's there. It's being held together by tape down here. Phantasmagoria. The box here is also a little banged up, but just having it is actually awesome. Always wanted to try it out ever since I saw Scarfool's video on it. Syndicate Wars, Urban Runner, and Winter Olympics. What is weird about this is actually 2 discs in here. One for double speed CD drive and one for single speed CD drive. Because why? So all of those big box games, totally free of charge. As I think I said in the previous video, we have like a deal going that if I have some old electronics that I'm not using, he can just get that and then I'll just get the games that he finds. So that's a pretty sweet deal right there. Then on July 14th, I was frustrated going to a lot of thrift stores, not finding anything. At the very last store, I ended up picking up Unreal Championship 2, the Leandri Conflict, I think. As I said, I only picked it up because of frustrations. It doesn't have its manual, but I didn't have the game, so I guess it works out. And that was about $1.50. Then on July 18th, I went to a huge ass market. Like, really huge. But I already knew that I wouldn't find anything too special because I went there on a Saturday and the market actually started on Thursday, I think. So all the collectors have already been there, scavenging through everything. But surprisingly enough, I actually ended up bringing home quite a bit of stuff. The first game I picked up for a little bit over $2, Summoner on the PS2. And this game I pretty much only picked up because I didn't have it in my collection yet. But I'm sort of afraid to try it out because I know it's gonna suck. And I love the series to death. Resident Evil 6. Paid about $6 for it, which, in retrospective, might have been a little bit too much. But now I have it and I can try it out at some point. At the next vendor I bought something from, because it was the last day, she had like a filler bag for about, $7.50. And believe me, I did. Pretty much only PS2 stuff, common titles, but $7.50. One PS1 game though, the white label version of Silent Bomber. And I don't really remember if any of these doesn't have their manuals, so I apologize for that. You can always look in the slate. But let's just get through them quickly. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds. But Ugly Martians, Sumo Doom, Kenny's Canem Edit, which is actually Bully here in Europe. Ghostmaster, The Graven Will Chronicles, I think. Platinum copy of Jak and Daxter, The Precursor Legacy. King of Fighters, Maximum Impact. Lego Star Wars 2, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. Ratchet Gladiator, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Operation Resurrection. Samurai Warriors, Sly 3, no 3D glasses though. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Sonic Riders, Spoiled Man. I dropped it. I don't know how to pronounce this, but Tech and the Power of Juju. Total Overdose. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2. Warriors of Might and Magic, where the corner torn off here for some reason. WRC, Rally Evolved. And X-Men 2, Wolverine's Revenge. So scurry. So as I said, all of those for about $7.50, plus some other things that weren't game related. Once again, I don't know how to pronounce this, but a big box copy of Comanche free, please correct me. And this was about $2. Then for $7.50 I picked out some PSP and PS3 games. Essentials version of The Sims 2 on the PSP, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, both complete with maps and everything. On the PS3, Mini Ninjas, Splinter Cell Trilogy, Classic HD or whatever, and Mirror's Edge. Actually been looking for Mirror's Edge for quite a while. Played it back when it came out on the Xbox 360 though, but haven't had the game since, and it's awesome really. Based of recommendations from here. As I said, $7.50 for those. Then at another vendor for the insane amount of 30 cents. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time on the PS2, and the very last game I bought at that market, Beatdown, Fists of Vengeance. I don't know anything about this, but it's a Capcom title. Sounds like a beat 'em up or something like that, so I'm gonna give it a shot. For sure. Then on July 23rd, I actually got some stuff for free from somebody who contacted me on Facebook. A lot of random stuff, mostly PC games, and I'm not going to show you all the PC games, but I'm going to show you the Splinter Cell Trilogy on the PC. Very nice box set, doesn't really seem to have been used at all. Other than that, some random stuff. Disc-only copy of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 on the GameCube. Disc-only copy of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on the PC. Some Danish children's game that I actually have the box for, so this is going straight in there. Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail. Declared Best CD-ROM Game of 1932 AD. What an honor! And something I actually had as a child. It's a encyclopedia of all sorts of things for children. Very interactive, with mini games and stuff. And then 5 PS2 games. To be clear here, there were like maybe 30 PC games in the box. I'm very appreciative, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with those yet. But this is pretty awesome. Nothing too special, but The Sims busting out. Another platinum copy of Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. This one is in German though, so Tony Hawk's Underground, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, also in German. How much censorship do you think there's going to be in this? And last but not least, Final Fantasy X2. So all of that was free, so special thanks to her. Now we're getting to the 24th, which to be honest was one of the craziest days I've ever had game hunting. Never seen anything like it really. We decided to go to a big ass market, and I mean a really big market compared to the standards around here. I've never been there before, it's like a 2-hour drive away from here, maybe a little bit more. But I really didn't have any expectations for this market though, so I'm thinking what's the chances of actually picking something up here? But damn, it started out slow, but once I found something, it was bam, bam, bam! Stuff, stuff, stuff everywhere. So I guess we're going to start with this bag here. It was actually all in a cardboard box, but I wasn't going to be carrying that around all day, so I had to put everything in a plastic bag here. So let's just get the PS1 controllers out first. We don't really care about them. We all have a million of them. First off, there were a couple of big box PC games. Crazy Ivan, I think it's called. And Dungeon Keeper. It's pretty fucking awesome, right? And there's 2 PS1s in here that I'm probably not going to show you. But I'm gonna try to pull out some of the games. And once again, I don't really remember which have manuals and which doesn't, but whatever. So, Spider-Man on the PS1. Platinum copy of Formula 1 97. Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. Missing its front, as you can see. It was really just a clusterfuck of stuff, really. Command & Conquer Retaliation. That one is nice and complete, I remember that. Disc-only copy of Spec Ops Covert Assault. 2 demo discs. Demo 1 and Registered Users Demo 06. Some kind of promotional copy of Peter Pan Adventures in Neverland. As you can see, it's in like a sleeve, so Spyro the Dragon. Platinum copy of Crash Bandicoot. I believe this is a box life, right? Platinum copy. Yeah, there was also an Explorer cheat device in there. Carmageddon, stuffed into a regular jewel case. Everything is like torn apart with the cover, which is sad. Platinum copy of Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back, and as you can see, missing both manual and front inlay. Same story with 40 Winks. Platinum copy of Medal of Honor. Spec Ops Stealth Patrol, and once again without manual and front cover. Duke Nukem Land of the Babes. Oh, there's another one down here. Worms World Party. Love the Worms games. And the very last one, which is actually a rare ass game, but it's a disc only copy sadly. Tomby 2. For you Americans, that would be Tomba. It's awesome to have the game, but it's sad that I don't have the case and manual and everything. But I'll take what I can get. And there's also a few memory cards down here and some stuff like that. nothing to write home about. So for the 2 systems and that stack of PS1 games, I paid about $9 for all of it. Pretty good deal if you ask me, but you don't, so why do I even say it? The packing can wait. I don't have that much time on the clock. At the next vendor I picked up like 9 games for about $4.50, which is pretty sweet. Sly 2, Band of Thieves. Sly 3, once again without 3D glasses. I can't find the 3D glasses for the life of me. Summoner 2, no manual sadly. Burnout 3 Takedown. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Disney Golf. And then 3 Game Boy games. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Street Fighter 2. And then the one that I was actually quite excited to get. Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, I think. Yeah, so all of that for $4.50. You don't hear me complaining. Then at the next vendor I picked up 3 Game Boy titles. Well, 1 Game Boy Color. I picked up Game Boy Gallery, 5 games in 1, Donkey Kong, and Harvest Moon. Never seen this out and about, so that was actually fucking awesome. How often do I say fucking awesome in these videos? Is it getting annoying? It's bloody awesome, I tell ya. That was awful. Stuff. Right, don't you ever do that again. At the next vendor I only picked up 1 game, but it was a game that I needed for about $1.50. Blood Rain 2 on the PS2. Then at the next vendor I picked up a little stack of PS2 games for about $1.50 each. Rampage Total Destruction, Secret Agent Clank, another Sly 2, another Sly 3, no 3D glasses, Sonic Gems Collection, Killzone, and Project Zero. I already own it, but you can't have enough copies of this. For you Americans that don't know, this is Fatal Frame over here. Also at the same vendor for about 75 cents I also picked up this adorable Ratchet figure. Look at that, that's awesome. Then a little bit later I actually went by the vendor that sold me the Game Boy games from before, and he was like, hey, do you just want to buy the rest of the stuff I have for cheap? And I was like, oh yeah. So I picked up the rest of his Game Boy games for about $4.50. First one is one of those 12-in-1 bootlegs, and well, tradition is tried and true. I don't care about them bootlegs. Friend's copy of the Smurfs, Super Mario Land, Kirby's Dream Land, Dr. Mario, and Mario and Yoshi. I actually forgot to write down a game. I'm not sure. I think this falls in the timeline next. I picked up a copy of New Super Mario Bros. Wii for $1.50, I think. It is a little bit scratched up, but I think it might work, so it's okay. And for a total of a little bit over $2, I picked up Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2, or Naruto, whatever, and Rumble Roses, both on the PS2. Home stretch of this day, another vendor had 1 Game Boy game, which is Cool Spot, and it's actually the American version, which is weird, but still, Cool Spot for $1.50. We wanted a lot more for it. I was like, hell nah. And then 2 American PlayStation 1 games. Cyber Tiger. Look at Tiger Woods. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. And a greatest hits version of Rugrats. Search for Reptar, I think. I don't know. As I said before, when I see American stuff around, I can't help but pick it up. And I paid about $1.50 for each of them. I don't know why I picked this up, but for about $3.50 I picked up a Sega Universal AC adapter in box. The box is not in a really good shape, but it's still in the box. I don't know why I bought it really. And the last thing I got at this market, a PC version of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. The Big Bytes version, I guess. It's just because it was a version of Resident Evil 3 I didn't have. As I said earlier, I love this series, so whenever I see an edition or something that I don't have, I gotta have it. And that I paid about 75 cents for. So I didn't break the bank though. So much stuff around me, so little time to show it. Now see, the next thing that I picked up that day is going to be the pickup of the month, without a doubt. But before that, I'll just show you what I found afterwards. You know, build up the suspense. I bet you already seen the title, so I guess you're waiting for it. But the last thing I picked up on that day at a thrift store, some golfing LCD game, complete in box. Yeah, I don't know. Talking Pro Golf. Because we all love golfing, right? Look at his face. Look at his face. Now see, we're going to return to the 24th right after this. But on the 28th, the very last pickups of the month, on the PS2, Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, and Saber, which is apparently 1 Wicked Cricket and $1.50 each. And that was it. So here's the story. Now see, after that huge ass market on the 24th, I actually saw that there were like a, thrift store, I guess. Very close by. I would call it a junk store, really. You know, one of those privately owned, very small thrift stores. Either they are way too high on prices or they are way too low. But I might have been lucky here, just saying. So I walk in the door. I kid you not, I only take one step in the door, and right in front of me is a box. A cardboard box with some stuff in it. I hope this isn't going to be too anticlimactic for you, but it's a big deal for me, so fuck you if you don't care. So what was in the box? Well, first of all, not one, but 2 NESs, complete with all cables and 2 controllers each. Good start, right? And I have to tell you, I said it before and I'll say it again, I never, ever find old Nintendo stuff in the wild. Nor Super Nintendo, very rarely Nintendo 64. So this just blew my mind when I saw this box. I barely couldn't contain my excitement, but I had to, you know. If you let them sellers know that you're excited about this stuff, the price will rise, I tell you that. But hey, of course there were some games as well. Time to go through them. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Super Mario Bros, Tailspin, fucking awesome finding this. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, which is called here in Europe because ninja is such a violent word. Whatever. I don't know how to pronounce this, but Exevius, I guess. Double Dragon. The Simpsons, Bart vs. the World. The Guardian Legend. Star Tropics. Battletoads. And Snake's Revenge. Now you could call me excited when I saw that. God damn. And as you can see, pretty much only quality titles there, so I was like, oh my god. How much is she going to want for this? Well, I ended picking it all up for about 26 bucks, which is an insanely amazing deal if you ask me. God damn. To be honest with you, I don't know if I've been that excited in my entire life. I almost blew my load right then and there. Damn. But in my excitement, I didn't even check in the systems to see if there were any games in there. I was just so excited, over the top, filled with joy, that my mind got blurred from the fact that there might actually be something in the consoles. So it wasn't until I got home and wanted to clean the systems and everything that I actually found out that there were a game in each. In the first one, Yoshi's Cookie, and to my surprise, and to my enjoyment, and to my happiness, whatever you wanna go say, Probotector, which of course for you Americans is Contra. Fucking awesome. I popped this in first thing, completed it, I was in heaven. So about 26 bucks for all that. I was talking on Skype with my friend and fellow YouTuber Neurotic. You should totally check him out, by the way. He also picks up some pretty cool stuff and he's planning to start doing some reviews soon, so go check him out. He used this phrase. He only had one thing to say about this. The one thing he had to say was, quote, find of a lifetime. So now you know where the title comes from. But damn, but I actually think he's right. I'm probably never going to get a score like this again in my life. Not out in the wild anyway. Maybe with some people on Facebook, maybe even in the next pickups video, who knows? But yeah, seriously, being out in the wild, I'm probably never going to find anything like this again. And I know to some of you, this doesn't seem all that special. I watch stuff like the Game Chasers, Retro Liberty, you know, NES Pursuit, the Game Quest, all of these shows on YouTube. And I get at a lot of free flea markets and swap meets over in the States. There's nothing but games there. Sometimes, you know, games everywhere. Old NES games everywhere, flooding the market. But as I said before, here I never, ever find stuff like this. So this was really special to me. Just the fact that there were a lot of games in there that I always wanted in my collection, that I really want to play. Can't even talk because it's fucking awesome. I think there's a low battery here, so I guess we have to end this off. So that was it for an awesome month for me, an awesome month of pickups. So please tell me in the description what you picked up lately. I really sincerely want to know. So remember to like, comment and subscribe. Do something on the new YouTube gaming if you feel like it. I don't know. It really doesn't seem that special to me. But that's a topic for another time. So thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And hopefully I'll see you in a couple of days with the next pickups video. I'm gonna try not being that late. I was talking on